We're in a week. It's been a week of awesomeness. I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. So it's time to do the happy dance. You need to celebrate all the little victories that you win along the way because that's really what life's about. It's the journey. Anyway, it's such a pleasure to share what I know about Ayurveda with you, and I hope that you are actually doing the things that we're talking about. I have been guilty of this myself. Often we gather information. We go, oh, that's a really cool diet. Let me go ahead and look at that and see what's going on. And then we might apply a little piece of it and then not do the whole thing and wonder why we don't get results. And if that resonates with you at all, I recommend that you go back. These are short videos and watch them again and just double check to see if you are actually applying the information. When you apply it, I guarantee that you're going to get such great results. Over time, you don't have to worry about weight loss ever again, like ever again. When you treat your body in a way that supports it, when you begin to listen to the body, we're going to get better and better at that. You don't get out of balance. You might get a little bit over here and then you go, wait a minute, my body's asking for something. You come back to center. And then you go, oh, it's party time. I'm going on vacation. And you blow it and you have some margaritas and, whatever. And you eat gross food and your body's going, oh, wait a minute, what about me? And you come back to center. And that's what this is about, is to establish what that is. Every single person is different. So there's no one size fits all protocol. The very first thing we did, the very first day, was hydration. And you've probably, if you've been practicing, you've probably figured out what an optimum amount of water is for you. Everybody's different. Maybe your doctor doesn't want you to have a bunch of water because you might have a kidney issue. I don't know. You do though, and you're an adult and you can figure it out. But when you get really aligned with your body, it will tell you what it needs. And knowing all this stuff and committing to practice allows you to get into a groove where things become easy. You automatically grab a glass of water. In fact, I'm thirsty right now. And you drink. And you recognize that your body is grateful. And that's what we want. We want our bodies to be happy. And when our bodies are happy, they perform better and better and better for us. They're here. Our bodies are a vessel. It's our thing that looks out for us no matter what. It's also the thing that will never lie to you. So when you get really good at listening to your body, life gets easier. It's really that simple. So take a look back. Are you hydrating? Let's see. How is your movement? Are you actually, carving out that 30 minutes a day to move? Maybe you're not carving out a 30-minute block. Maybe you're doing 10 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 10 minutes. But is it intentional? Are you doing it? Are you noticing how that is impacting the way you feel? Are you noticing that your muscles are going, hey, wait a minute, you haven't had me move like that for a while and I'm a little stiff and sore? I don't know what's showing up for you, but check in and see. Keep checking in with your body. How's your food? Are you looking at food labels? I would love for you to snapshot something, a food label, just on your smartphone. Take a picture of something you found in your pantry that is not completely natural. Natural is one of those buzzwords that everyone has slapped on a label, but does the ingredients make sense? Are they actual food or is it garbage? And it's garbage if it's man-made, period, end. Are you breathing? Breathing, the breath is the connection between our mind and body. And if we make it a practice, it's not hard. You can do it right now. If you make it a practice, you begin to integrate mind and body, and they work together rather than trying to be at odds with each other. There's no way that they can't be connected, but when you're intentional about it and you cause yourself to drop into this singular state, life is easier. It just works like that. Just yesterday, I had to go to the doctor to get a checkup. I had to get evaluated for a frozen shoulder that I had. I'm getting better. And they took my blood pressure, and I was curious because I've been following along too, and I know what my resting heart rate was. So I was curious to see what it was after I have been intentional about movement, because the more you move, the more your body gets conditioned, the less taxing staying alive is on your heart. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard because it's conditioned. It has a better contraction. It works like every other muscle in the body. When it's strong, it works better. And I had kind of fallen out of condition to a small degree because I had a frozen shoulder and 2 funky hips. I was working out, but I had fallen out of condition. So my resting heart rate went up to like 56 beats a minute, which is high for me. And so yesterday at the doctor's office, my resting heart rate was 48 beats a minute, which is kind of back into my normal range. So I was really thrilled with that. So there's all these biological markers that we can look at, and we'll get into that more and more and more as time goes along. You've got a weekend. We've got 2 more weeks of this program to go. You're doing awesomely. If you're listening to this, if you're actually applying this information, you are doing wonderfully. Now, I need a favor from you. I am looking to create an Ayurvedic weight loss program that I can share all the time, and I'm always looking to improve. I always want to get from you what's working, what isn't. So if you wouldn't mind, in the comment section, either on this thread or there's one below that specifically asks for your feedback, which part of this is working really great? What are you noticing? Whatever you write is okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. Don't be afraid. You can't do it wrong. I just need to hear back from you. What's working, what's not. And then where is the confusion? Where would you like more clarity? Where would you like to have a little more information? What is intriguing? What is confusing? Where could this be tweaked? What kind of recommendation do you have for me? I have thick skin, just tell me. I really, really appreciate feedback. That's what I thrive on. I want folks to tell me what's going on for them. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's happening for everybody, but if you're confused, probably somebody else is confused. If a particular practice is working really great for you, I'd love to know why and what's showing up for you so that I can share that with others so they go, you know what, I want to do that too. If Susie got that result, I bet I could get that result. So it snowballs on itself. Everybody gets to benefit. And that's really the beautiful thing about feedback. That's all I have for today. I'm not going to give you another process because I want you to go back over the last 6 days and see what's working for you. I want you to go back and see if you're actually applying the information. Where are the gaps? Where can you tweak it? Where could you use support to make it happen? Sometimes it's really hard to fit some of this new stuff into your day until it isn't, until you figure out where it can neatly go. One of the things that I notice over and over again is as you adopt these things, you recognize that you end up with more time in your day rather than less time in the day. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. When you add more things to your to-do list, you mean, Kathy, that I'm going to have more time? Yes. Because this monkey mind, this scatteredness, the things that you would normally have angst about, that you would be worrying about, are time sinks. When you don't get proper rest because your mind is going everywhere, because your body doesn't feel relaxed and at ease, prevents you from being effective during the day. When you get into a routine, we are creatures of habit, and we're going to be a creature of habit whether we have a good habit or a bad habit. You're going to have a habit. Why not plug in habits that are really going to support you so that life gets easier and easier and you can really focus on the things that you want to focus on. I kind of got off track, but I thought that was important to say. Anyway, so today is about going back and checking in and making sure that you're doing all the things and just asking for support if you need it and giving feedback. And I think that's quite enough. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.